so I can work for myself and not somebody else and do something I enjoy doing. It wasn't really hard. It was more of a scared to do it and not afraid to do it. It was the challenge of whether it's going to work and how much money I had to invest to get this started. It was like 50 grand. So it's a big decision, you know, and my main concern was getting by the first year, and I figured if I get by the first year, I've got it made. And I'm the only piercing shop that ever made it in this town. Nobody ever made it past a year. I'm going on 13. Well, the rednecks, number one town not wanting me here, and the rednecks in this town with the money that didn't want me here. But the more you try to run me off, the longer I'm staying. I'm not easy to get rid of. I'm like a hemorrhoid. Basically, word of mouth. Like I said, I've tried every form of advertisement there is, and I found word of mouth is the best. I've tried ads, I've tried phone deals, I've tried websites. The easiest thing I found is word of mouth, and word of mouth has worked for me. You know, this year has been more new customers than any year I've been here.
Really?
Yeah, and it's strange. It usually doesn't work that way. It's usually my regulars. You know, but this year has been an influx of brand new customers.
Do you think anything, like any of that has to do anything with like the economy and people?
No, I don't. I think it has to do with word getting out that I'm straightforward about what I do. I'm honest about what I do. I won't lie to you. I won't sell you anything that you can't bring back. If there's a piece of jewelry that I don't think will work, or I'll try one on you first before I'll sell it to you, because you can't return anything to a piercing shop. So I do things a little bit different than most shops. You know, most shops, once you touch it, it's yours. Yeah. I don't play that game. Once it leaves the building, it's yours. But in here, you know, I won't do that. I won't do piercings that don't work. I'm not here to take your money. Since I don't have any employees, I have my best friend here now that's helping me out, and he's basically the only man I trust. I've had 7 apprentices, none of them worked out. They all stole from me. You know, apprenticeships cost $20,000. I don't charge for apprenticeships, and you have to steal. I have a problem with that. It's hard to find somebody you can trust. I really enjoy what I do for a living, and just because I'm different. I don't, you know, you don't have everybody running around looking like this, okay? And everybody gives me crap about it, but I choose to be an individual. There's a lot of sheep in this town, and if you notice, you look at school, there's a lot of sheep at school. They have a tendency to come in and go, what does everybody else do? I'm not a sheep herder, and you're not sheep, you know? First time when I come in, all trash cans are emptied, everything's sprayed down, sterilized, table, all my equipment's sterilized, ready to go. Anything that has to go in the autoclave, we scrub, sterilize, package, set in the autoclave. We vacuum and clean up, make sure all trash cans are emptied to start out the day every day. If we have a chance at night, we try to do it before. But usually we're so busy at night, we don't have a chance to, and I live 50 miles from here, so, you know, you have to like what you do to drive 50 miles each way, especially to come to this town, you know. Because I proved a lot of people wrong, like a lot of, and I'll use sorority bitches because they already put, and you bitches know what I'm talking about because you all put it on the internet, okay? And I really don't care what you think of me. And the customers I do have are very loyal, and they like me because of my honesty. The sorority bitches and the frat boys don't like me because I am straightforward, and I will say no. Not see my family, not see my grandchildren. I see my grandchildren about once every 3 months now. And I really miss not seeing my grandchildren. You know, they're growing up now, they're young. I miss going to my youngest granddaughter's T-ball games. I miss spending time with my wife. I don't get to see my wife maybe once or twice a month. But, you know, if you want to keep your own business, you have to make some sacrifices. Probably POKES, who was basically the grandfather of piercing in the United States. Just because the gentleman basically introduced piercing to the United States. He's highly knowledgeable. Everything he does there's a spiritual meaning behind every piercing he does. When George Bush was the mighty president he was, you know, it's like Alfred E. Newman being president. But basically I had fucked George W. Bush on the front window for 8 years. City council tried to get me, they were going to fine me for putting it up. BS, it's constitutional right to put it up. And number one, he was an asshole. You know, he started a phony war, you know, weapons of mass destruction. That's all that was. Okay, since you had surgery this morning, you can figure it, you got all week to figure it out. I have to go back to work Thursday. You're not going back to work. They can kiss my butt. You have to have other end operated on next. What I'm doing is stretching her ears out, making the holes bigger so you can put larger jewelry in. These are called taper rods.
Okay, what is your name?
Melanie Bearden.
And is this your first time at Main Street?
No, I came in just to look and see what he had before. This first time that he did something there. First piercing here.
How was your experience?
Oh, it's good. Very good here.
Would you come back?
Definitely.
And would you recommend Main Street body piercing to a friend?
Absolutely.
Nectar of the gods.
No wonder they're all
Hi girls, sorority girls, I love you.
Yeah.
I had one girl who actually had the nerve to go, "You're an asshole." And I gave her her piercing for free. And she goes, "Why?" I said, "You have more balls than any guy I've met in this town. Because everybody in town talks behind my back.
Yeah.
You got something to say to me, be a man. Come talk to me. I'm not going to hit you. I have more respect for you if you say I'm an asshole to my face. I know I'm an asshole. But I'm good at it. Took me 61 years to get this good at it. You know?
Be proud of it.
Well, I am. I'm not going to, why should I lie about it?
Yeah.
You know, that's why I have Eddie Sutton's name on the floor when the other one that's won national titles in basketball is Iva. 45 and 46. Football, you haven't had one in 119 years. Don't get upset. Wait a little longer. You know, as soon as they get rid of Gundy, maybe you'll have a decent football team.
I hope not.
There is. I think there is.
Really?
Yeah, they were paying guys to go over there.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. There's a couple of countries that
They're like
do
a lot of
that.
lesbians or something?
No, that would be your soccer team.
Yeah, and our softball
Rugby team. And your rugby
And our rugby team,
Your
yeah.
rugby, yeah, I pierced the rugby team.
Our rugby team
Yeah,
is
like a
very lesbian.
Yeah, Liz and Les.
So how'd you know I wasn't a sorority girl?
Number one, you're not blonde. Number two, I didn't smell stupid when you walked in the door, and I didn't see a Lexus or a Beamer.